the objective was to do a garden that was more in keeping with the ecology and a lower maintenance scheme that required less water and less resources. So we worked very hard to achieve a landscape that was quite dramatic and bold without it being too overpowering, but so that it complemented the contemporary home.
I wanted a garden that used the borrowed landscape to enhance the garden. It had to be simple, it had to be low water usage, and it had to be low maintenance.
The major feature was creating these earth mounds, which gives this microclimate throughout the garden and develops surprise and intimacy within different spaces. So the mounds are a very effective way of using a budget to create drama and volume in a landscape quickly and efficiently.
I wasn't prepared for the magnificent approach. Coming past the old stables and old cottage, and all of a sudden there was this beautiful formal wave-like hedging along the driveway, surrounded by mounds covered in beautiful native grasses. So there was a sense that something special was ahead, and that was all given by the garden because the house was totally obscured by the landscaping around the house.
I don't think I've ever had anyone who's come here who's not said that, oh, isn't it fabulous? So I think the result was excellent.
The mounds create a series of framed views, so as you make your way throughout the garden, you get different snapshots of different garden areas, and that creates variety for the person that's walking through the garden. It draws someone through the garden.
Nick is very easy to work with. He's very straightforward. He's not afraid to have a point of view. So therefore, if you're going down the wrong path as the client, he will redirect you back to where it should be. So there's nothing frivolous about it, or always very concerned about getting, maximum bang for your buck.
Before the house was built, we had to bring in very large machines. So large machines push a lot of dirt. They're more expensive, but it actually costs you a lot less. So what we try to do is create a flat platform for the house that adhered to the council approved plans, and then we use that dirt to create the mounds behind the house, which is how we started to build our microclimate. We were doing things in the landscape at the right time, and then work on the house was happening simultaneously, so that when the client actually moved in, everything was on time and within budget, and they were able to enjoy living on a house site rather than a building site. And a job like this, I guess, shows that balance where I'm thinking large master plan vision, but I'm also combining that with really strong horticultural roots so that the garden works. It's designed well, it's got big impact, it works with a house of this scale, but then the plants are working in the long term throughout the 4 seasons, but for many years to come, so that they're peaking, I guess, and working with the client's maintenance budget.